Thank you so much for joining us on ABC 24 Weather Impact Now. It is the show that is all about weather right here at 6:30 every day of the week, Monday to Friday. So glad you could be with us. I'm Chief Meteorologist Trevor Burchett, joined by meteorologist Kit Thomas and meteorologist Daniel McDonald a little later on with a check of your regional forecast. We're in a little bit of an interesting weather pattern for March. Typically this time of year we have some sort of storm system on the horizon, some sort of severe weather threat, at least some rain, but right now the big story is the heat. And that is your weather impact we want to get to. Record highs are possible as we go ahead to the weekend. Saturday and Sunday, I think we are going to get to records well above normal for this time of year. Sunshine also continuing and rain chances basically zero. So we're in a pretty stale weather pattern for now. We'll talk about why that is and why our temperatures are expected to continue to climb. As far as today's numbers go, warmer than yesterday on the order of about 10 degrees. We did make it to 75. So that's put us back on the above average side of the coin. 65 is the average, and we're inching closer to those record highs. Our record is about 83 degrees, at least for today, but we could see that record broken again by the time we get to the weekend. Outside right now, things looking pretty good. We have some high, thin clouds floating in over East Memphis, but overall we are looking pretty good out there. Not too many complaints. A little bit of a light southerly breeze. 73 degrees your current temperature. Again, after we made it to about 75 this afternoon. That is a climb of about 10 degrees since we talked to you yesterday about this time. And we're going to keep seeing that climb of 5 to 6 degrees, maybe even more than that, each day as we roll into the weekend. I want to talk about what's going on up in the atmosphere because that's really dictating our weather pattern at this point. We are looking at the jet stream layer. So this is way up by where the airplanes fly, way above our heads. But again, a big focus on what happens down here at the surface. You see that jet stream up there? Notice how far north it is? That's why we are so quiet and warm right now. We call that a ridge. And up under that ridge, we get a zone of high pressure. High pressure, typically blue sky, you get sunshine, you also get some warmer weather. And really this time of year, we would start to expect these troughs to come down where the jet stream starts to dip. That's really what we need to get thunderstorms, and we're not seeing that. As long as that jet stream is this far north, we're likely not going to have any substantial storm systems. Over the next few days, that ridge does shift just a little bit east. That's going to put us more in the zone of control of that high pressure, and that is going to keep those temperatures climbing up and up and up, at least until Sunday. That's when we'll find some changes. So look at the temperature trend. Look how warm we are out west, triple digits already in Phoenix. That bubble of heat, that bubble of warm air is going to continue to move to the east. That's going to keep us warm through the weekend. And again, we could be talking about maybe some record highs this weekend. The crazy thing is, though, we had a record low earlier this week. I know it seems like forever ago now, but Tuesday morning, we got to 25 degrees for the low temperature, and that tied the record low of 25 set back in 1941. Now, just a few days later, we're talking about record highs. 84 the high on Saturday. That's what our forecast is right now. 86 on Sunday. Some indications we could be even warmer than that. But regardless, we're already set to blow out the record high. Record on Saturday is 82, set back in 1966. That means the last time it was above 82 on that date was in the 60s, a long time ago. 86 degrees on Sunday. Again, also a record high of 82 on that date. That was set back in 1987. So as long as we're under that ridge, we're under that high pressure, not only are we going to stay hot, we're also likely to stay dry. Look at these rain chances for the next 7 days. Rain totals basically nothing. I have no rain chances in the forecast for the next 7 days. I do think we'll get kind of a close call with some sprinkles Sunday and Monday, but indications are right now that rain stays off to our north and east up toward Paducah and Nashville. I do think for us in Memphis and in the immediate Mid-South, we are pretty dry for the next 7 days. So on one side of the coin, that's good. That's going to keep us nice. It's going to keep us sunny. It is going to keep us warmer. On the other side of the coin, that's really going to start to impact our seasonal allergies. Perfect time now to bring in meteorologist Kit Thomas over at the Weather Wall. Kit, we were talking earlier, everybody's sneezing a little bit, sniffling a little bit. We've got those issues already coming in with seasonal allergies, and that means we are going to be unfortunately dealing with that here for maybe longer than we usually would for springtime.
Yeah, and it's looking like it's really not going away. Of course, the next couple of days, with the temperatures going up, that's allowing everything to just warm up and all of the pollen is starting to pop. Of course, if you've been out in your neighborhood the last couple of weeks, you've started to notice some of those buds are starting to bloom, some flowers coming out, especially on the trees. That's the primary pollen type for the next several days, is the tree pollen. Some of the grasses are still a little behind. My yard is still pretty brown, but notice today we're up to around 9.5. That's the upper end of medium high. We're going to be in the high territory all the way through the weekend. We had all that rain last week. We've dried out. We've started to warm up, and that has just made everything ready to grow. And it looks like it's going to. But it's actually still been pretty dry. Last week we did have a bunch of rain, more rain than we've seen most of the winter really. But it wasn't enough to really get out of the drought. We did see one area of improvement right here around Phillips and Lee County, out into Tunica County a little bit, but most of the area, we just got exactly what we should last week, and it didn't make us any progress on the deficit we've had. We're about 6 inches behind. If you go back and start from December 1st all the way through now, we're still well behind what we need for our rainfall, Trevor, and it doesn't look like we're going to change this pattern anytime soon. So it's just going to be hot, and the pollen is going to keep coming out, and we're going to need to wash our cars by the end of next week, probably by the end of this weekend, because all that pollen isn't going to get washed away anytime soon.
Yeah, Kit, you know, I was outside earlier on my balcony trying to enjoy some of the sunshine and warm weather before I came in, and I couldn't even sit down because everything was just yellow. And usually this time of year, what happens is we get the blooms, we get the pollen, we get a little rain, we get a little relief, and then it kind of blooms back up. If we stay in a pattern where we don't get rain for a couple of weeks, the pollen is just going to get worse and worse and worse. So if you're not starting your allergy medicine yet, now might be a good time to start it. Weather-wise tonight, though, we are looking pretty nice. 60s for now. We eventually will drop into the 50s as we look ahead to tomorrow morning. Clear sky, no chance of rain tonight. Most of us will be in the 50s. A couple of spots over in Northeast Mississippi, maybe in the 40s, but I think most of us are going to be in the 50s. So pretty mild night, but maybe a little cool in the morning. I think we wake up to about 57 by 7 a.m. Nice morning commute. Of course, we'll stay sunny, clear, and dry all through the day. Friday, might want to take a half a day. That's what I did tomorrow. Get out and enjoy some of that weather. Beautiful sunshine. We'll get to the low 80s for highs. So again, temperatures keep climbing. No chance of rain though. Winds still out of the south. That's just going to keep pumping in that warm air. Look at the weekend. 82 sunshine tomorrow, 84 on Saturday, then 86 on Sunday. No chance of rain. We are completely sunny this weekend. And again, likely record highs for both Saturday and Sunday. Weather's pretty nice here, but if you are trying to get out of town, maybe an early beach trip, Gulf Shores looks pretty good. 70s Saturday and Sunday. Gatlinburg, also pretty warm though. 87 in Gatlinburg on Sunday. New Orleans also pretty warm in the 80s. And then look at St. Louis off to the north. 83 Saturday, 87 on Sunday. So most of us in the eastern half of the country kind of dealing with the same thing of those temperatures being well above the usual. Again, rain chances, forget about it for the next 7 days. Nothing worth mentioning, but I am tracking that little cold front. That's kind of the one weather system we're watching. Even that is not going to be that big of a deal. We get this that comes in Sunday night. While you're sleeping, we'll have a cold front slide through. That might provide a sprinkle or two. Nothing major, maybe a couple of raindrops. I do think most of it, though, likely stays off to our north and east. So we're pretty dry. Most of us stay completely dry, but then Sunday you start to feel Sunday night, the cooler air comes in, and then by Monday, you'll notice that temperatures have dropped. So no rain in the forecast for right now, but the next time there is rain around, you can keep up to date with it with our live radar, our 24/7 radar channel that you can watch anytime, anywhere. It's just a loop of radar with some music, put it on as background noise. You can get that by scanning that QR code right there on your screen. That'll take you to our streaming app for ABC 24 and ABC 24 Plus. No cable, no satellite needed. It's totally free. You can watch us on your Roku, Fire TV, Apple TV, Samsung, even your smartphone. Watch the radar or weather coverage. You can scan that code right there to download the app. But otherwise, not much to talk about. kind of just want to kick my feet up here. Sunshine 82 for tomorrow, 84 and sunny on Saturday, 86 and sunny on Sunday. Again, no chances for rain. Likely record highs Saturday and Sunday. Average high 65. We'll be a little closer to that as we look ahead to Monday and Tuesday. Highs in the 60s with sunshine, but that seems to be short-lived. Temperatures ramp right back up Wednesday in the 70s. Thursday in the 80s. So might be that time to get that sunscreen rolling in. Let the umbrella take a rest here for the next week. All right, first day of spring is tomorrow. Meteorologist Kit Thomas is going to break down what that means and why the first day of spring is when it is. Also a check of the regional forecast all ahead on ABC 24 Weather Impact Now.